Evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Thursday evening? Well, it's a cold, slightly damp Thursday evening, and just on cue as I go live, the train stops. Model railways, huh? Right, well, I hope everyone can hear me, and a big hello to everyone, and hi to anybody who's watching this on playback. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, as my class 47 decides not to play ball. You wouldn't believe it, it was running for about an hour before the live stream, no problem at all. Now it's... Anyway, over here, I'll get my old phone and we'll see who's in the chat. I hope everybody can hear me, I'm not sat here talking to myself. Right, let's go back to the start. Right, I can go back as far and see I've got Pete Hermitage Road in. Family AC, which is Ross. How you doing, Ross? Tom Houston Model Railway. Maura King, did you get your package, Maura? Hope it arrived safely. Sunbury's Model Railway, John Holly, good evening. Model Train Outsider, Anthony, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot, Andy. Delft Junction, Pete. Dora's Locomotive Shed. Brian, Finnerton Central. I hope you liked that video I done, Brian. Did everybody else get to see it? And obviously, running here tonight are those very carriages. Right, who else we got in? Clive Newland Railway, Simon Model Railway, good evening Simon. Flymo Chairman 1's in, good evening Flymo. Worthington Model Railway, good evening. Class 47's camera shy, yeah indeed it is. I'm not sure if the chat jumped on me there. Oh, Fresno Jason's in, Joshua W56, good evening guys. Ray Bernstein, good evening. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Anyway, let's put the cameras down to the 4. So you're not just concentrating on my ugly mug. And everything stopped. Oh, got a short somewhere. Oh, the 47's derailed. Do you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity just to take it off and give the wheels a bit of a clean. Because obviously, as you can see, I've been doing a lot of work on the layout. So chances are it's picked up a bit of dirt. Yeah, those wheels do actually first. You know, they're so dirty it looks like they got traction tires. They don't. So I'll give the wheels a bit of a clean and hope that will improve the running. And I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as well. So get the old IPA out. I bought this litre of IPA, must be about 5 years ago. Yeah, because I bought it just before COVID, before everything went mental. And it's starting to run out now. I'm going to have to get some very soon. Who else? Anybody else pop in the chat? Oh, Timber Surf's in. Good evening, Timber. How are you doing? Oh, the joy of loco maintenance. Yeah, indeed. But as you know, when you're working on your layout, especially doing things like plastering and that, it raises a lot of dust and dirt, and it settles on the wheels or on the tracks, and then the wheels pick it up and spread it around a bit more evenly. And for some reason, it seems to accumulate on the points. Yeah, that's fairly dirty. So I'll give these wheels a good clean. There's plenty of IPA on there. Always remember to clean the backs of the wheels as well, because that's usually where the pickups rub against, so you want to make sure that's clean as well. This week's video is on the making of the tunnel over there. It'll be out. Channel members have, of course, seen it already. And everyone else will get to see it on tomorrow, Friday. Right, I'm going to put that on. Let's put it on the right way, I suppose that would help. Right, let's see how that goes now. That's any better. I might just rub along the track here where it was sort of stalling, which of course is over the point. Seems to be running a little bit better. Oh, I see Ivo's in as well. Good evening, Ivo. How are you doing? Oh, RTJ Trains in. Robin Grace, good evening, guys. Jerry BVR's in as well. Good evening. Lord Al's in the house. We have royalty. Good evening, Lord Al. I hope you're not going to have any visits from the constabulary by unlike a certain ex-prince today. And it was his birthday as well. Right, seems to be running now. So, what have I got up to this week? I can't remember. I don't think these were painted last week. The hillside here at the front and the tunnel. I think I painted them. I think I'd done them after the live stream last Thursday. I've put together a Metcalfe house. I said I haven't finished putting it together because I want to put some lighting into it, so it's still in its two halves, like so. So that's going to go there. I just bought one just to see how it would fit. I'll probably get another one so we have like a miniature street scene, and then I'm going to put a road going across here. Oh, excuse me. Get a track clean. I have got a track cleaning car, which I suppose I should have it out and run that around every couple of days, especially at the moment while I'm building and there's a load of dust. Mark, Grace has her mountains. What are you calling yours? I don't know. Donegal Dad's bumpy bits. That'll put people off. Let's see now. See, I think I said hello to everyone. If I've missed anyone, apologies. The chat is scrolling through very quick. Has he come back to Simbo? No, not that Prince. What radius curves are the outer loops? Third and fourth. I try not to use anything less than third radius if I can get away with it. I'm actually going to do a video on track because a couple of people have commented and asked me about sort of set track. So I was going to throw a sort of a 5-minute video together just on track and the track components that are sort of in the set track range. There's a link from Brian for the train set shop. Don't forget Mr. X, Martin. Yeah, sorry. I did say to Brian when I was filming that, his name and thing went completely out of my head, so Brian got all the credit, not Mr. X, so I'm very sorry. But yeah, oh, stopped on there. Actually, that video has actually got quite a few views so far. Has it sent any business your way, Brian? Second hour disaster with some of my locos. Yeah, they say most things will run on second radius, but certainly the bigger steam engines, they run, but third radius is far better. The bigger the radius you can have, the better. What about repeatable evolution coaches just got delivered? They're superb. Oh, very good. Oh, no business yet. Well, hopefully it will send people your way, because I know a few people, somebody was in the comments looking for the link, even though I put it in the description down below, so hopefully they got it. Hey guys, have a laugh. Grace using a blade the wrong way. Yep, she stabbed herself. You all did warn her. Oh dear. Tom says, speaking of set track, has anyone got any opinions on Pilco A track? I've got 7 boxes of it, including 29 points. Look to be code 83. Mick ordered some stuff, but I think that's before your video. John Honey, yes, we are only having the one loop that will be second radius, Pete, and that's going to be the Gronks and Ginties. The remainder of the loops are fourth and third radius. Yes. Annoying heart is in the way. I forgot to take it off. Let me just do that now. Reactions, save. There. That heart is really annoying when you're trying to read the chat. Yes, that is a GWR King Class loco hauling the new coaches. It is King Charles II. It's part of my Bristolian train pack, which being my missus being a Bristol lass, I had to get the Bristolian. That's my excuse anyway. Where are we? Tommy, you said it's code 100. Check if the points are the new type, as the older version can cause derailments. So, where's the Dr. Pepper? It's over here. Where are we? I was trying to reach for one. Oh, there we go. I actually bought 2 cans of me tonight because, you know. It's one of those days where I've had a thirst on me and I haven't been able to quench the thirst. Anthony Model Trainer Insider's asking, Tom, that's their pre-bedded stuff, right? Best way, John, he says, my class 20s have no problems with second. Oh, was Elizabeth come in? Good evening, Elizabeth, if you're there. I haven't seen you pop up in chat. Oh, what's this? Hang on. No, show no messages. Raymond Legs, good evening, Raymond. Don't think I said hello to you. We need the Dr. Pepper. Jonathan McDade, that's my brother. Hello from Sligo. How's things, Jonathan? How's my lovely little goddaughter, Belle? Good evening, Belle, if you're watching. Sponsored by Dr. Pepper, yeah. Was that the limited edition Bristolian, Mark? I think we have that somewhere. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, because there is a cert in with it. Where is it? It's just, you know, bear with me, the box is here. That there. So it's got those 3 coaches. They're not obviously out, they're in the pack here. And I bought this in Lord and Butler in Cardiff. I have got number 92 of 1000. Yes, that time I was in Lord and Butler buying these. It was just after my birthday a few years ago. And I was in looking around, and most of the family were with us at the time. And I was in the shop, and they all came marching in, one after another, to hand me, each of them handed me a gift voucher. Your man behind the till was wondering what was going on. All these kids just started walking in. Tom Houston, I've tried joining to Hornby Code 100. There's a definite step. Yeah. Dr. Bubble. Oh, Alan's in the house. Alan Reynolds. Good evening, Alan. Back in from the pub. Yeah, those coaches I got off Brian, they're really, really nice. They're the replica railways ones. And I happened to pick up the one there. You can see in the bottom, it's still got the blanking door for the brake coach. So you can put that on in your rake. And they got a nice little bit of detail on them as well. Like they've got some metal rails and stuff on them. And they're nicely painted. And they run really well. Oh, Leslie's in the house. Good evening, Leslie. How are you doing? Back after falling off my couch and having to wrestle my dog off me. What else have I done? Well, of course, the bit that you can't see that I've been working on is the centre bit. Oh, what derailed? There we go. Let's turn the power off on that. Put everything back on. That's the problem with having curves like that when you've got a long train. Something goes wrong, they pull the coaches off the track. Yeah, as I was saying, the 009 for the centre bit, I've been working on that. Doing the centre hill for that. That is currently out in the hallway because I had to move it out of here because we had club night in here Tuesday. And I managed to pick up when I picked up the parcel from Brian, surprisingly, my plaster Paris was there as well. It wasn't supposed to be delivered to the middle of this week, so I was able to crack on with that. And my friend Seamus printed off a tunnel portal for me, and I got that today, and I fitted that before the stream. So I put some more plaster on it. I just need to do another 1 or 2 plaster washes on it, and then I can bring that in, put it back in the center, and then make sure the scenery all ties up with the rest of it. Do a little bit more on it, and then I can take it out, paint it, and then I can start doing the scenics on the whole lot. So that's what I plan to do this weekend. As with all of us, my missus might have other plans for me to do. Here we go. Now, I wonder where that derailed. All right, back to the chat. What's everybody saying? I skipped on the chat there. Oh, John Holly says, forgot to say, Brian, the brake coach arrived yesterday. To the dog, you're fair game when you're on the floor. How many more track added to the club layout? We actually, 2 members couldn't come on Tuesday evening. So we had 1 club member working away on a point is down here, you can't see it. But we got most of the point work done that we're going to put in for Donegal. So it's all put together, because to be honest, the hardest bit about doing the point work, especially on this because it's 009 or N gauge, is the insulating fish plates. They are just unbelievable trying to get them on. They're bad enough on 00 gauge, but on N gauge, which is basically N gauge track, they are so flimsy and So that's probably what took the longest to do that, was fiddling around with it. So the points are in place, so they'll be fixed down next week. We just need to mark and drill the holes, fill them down, pull the droppers through, and then get on with the rest of the track. And then basically that's track laying on that board is then done, and then we can move on to the next board. So probably get it finished maybe next week with the track, next Tuesday, but definitely the week after. Where are we? Somebody's on, which bit of the layout are you working on at the moment, Pete? That's Pete Delft Junction. Make sure you subscribe to him, watch his progress on this layout he's building at the moment. Like, well, subscribe to everybody who's on here. Most people on here have a channel. Dwayne, Superior Junction Railway, good day from Winnipeg, Canada. Very welcome to the stream. Dwayne, I hope you're doing well, and I hope the weather's treating you well in Canada. What have you got over there at the moment? Here we've got, it's about 6 degrees and wet. In fact, they were saying today on, yeah, I've moved the layout a bit around, so that's obviously my joints have become a little bit discombobulated, shall we say. So I need to do a bit of fettling on there to get them right. So I need to redo the joints. But it's annoying because it doesn't derail every time around. Like it ran earlier on for a good hour, but it could be just that the wheel has picked up a bit of dirt and it's just hopping off there. Oh, you still got bother with your, it was your shoulder, wasn't it, Brian? Oh, now it's coming off every time. Yeah, let me just check the coupling. There's no buffer clash or anything on there. Where are we? Worthington Motor Railway, I get your pain with the 009 insulating fish plates. I just did away with them. But because I've got electrofrog points, I have to put them on the V. Well, I've decided, because I was going to put them, because I'm building isolated sections into it, because it's going to be DCC computer controlled eventually. And I decided I'm just going to cut the track. I'm just going to use metal fish plates. Where I want the sections, I'm just going to cut the track. See, went around that time fine, it didn't derail. Simon says, there's been a change of plan with model shows. We'll be heading to Ali Pali for the London Festival of Railway Modelling on the Saturday. Ooh. Dwayne, Superior Junction, lots of snow, -5 degrees. Ooh. Never tried it, but I guess if you drop fish plates in hot water first, they will be softer and easier to fit. One of the problems is that they're too soft. So you're trying to fit them, and it's... Right. As well as... on the points there, so where normally on 00 gauge, this bit here is cut out. where are we? Cut out a bit more for getting the fish plates in. They're not. So we found what we had to do is we actually had to trim part of the track underneath so the fish plates would actually fit in. Because the plastic ones are a little bit thicker than the metal ones. Do you just fix track and cut? Yes, that's what Mark said. What did I say? What were we talking about? What was the question? Did I miss a question there? Dwayne says, hello everyone, working on the layout this week, love retirement. Grant Salisbury's in the house. Good evening, Grant. How are you doing? I love the way you built your hillside. Yeah, when you anybody who wants, it's like the hillside is built the same sort of way I've done this, and I think if I actually, you know, I'll bring the roving camera around, so we'll take it away from pointing at the train set shop mug. Oh, I hear my own voice now. Right, something's getting feedback. Right. Oh, sorry. Forgot to warn you. I was going to move that camera. Anybody who gets motion sickness. If we see there, it gives a much more uneven surface. So it looks, to my mind, it looks a bit more realistic. It's not, if you like, one smooth hill. It's full of indentations, like a real hill would be. You know, and all that is basically rubbish. It was just a load of wrapping paper and bubble wrap and everything just plunked there, a couple of straps of masking tape to hold it in place, and then put the plaster cloth over it, and it gives you that sort of rough finish there. And you can see the same sort of thing there. That's it with the grass on. And it just gives you, I think it just gives you a much more natural look, and it takes minutes. Whereas if you use the Celotex route, you can be there carving it for hours. Anyway, put it back on my unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. Seeing that Mark moved the camera around. Raymond Legs, I have some 24-inch radius curves now. I have to figure the base word out later and what radius the inner loop, probably third radius. Also, I keep getting AI apps. Arnville, good evening. Mark, I bought some more track setters for laying Pico double line, streamline code 80 flex track setter radius 18 and 21. Also have others 15, 12 and 9 and a straight track setter. Did you use these? No, I haven't actually used track setters for the 009 because basically we've been following, obviously we put the line in at the back which has just been dead straight, and then we've been following the track plan for Donegal. That's what Donegal station used to look like. Now, there's some poetic license on there, being a model and trying to fit it on a baseboard. Plus using bubble wrap is a, yeah, well it's so, like I said, you can use anything. Crumpled up newspaper, bubble wrap, wrapping, as long as it's clean and dry and it hasn't been in contact with food, because you don't want food contamination there, because like a lot of people would have it in their garage or their attic. You don't want to encourage vermin to come in and start eating your layout or nesting in it. And the good thing about that is the bubble wrap I used in this was the stuff I used in this, because this is open at the bottom, so this has now got nothing underneath it. I pulled it all out because once it's gone hard, it supports itself. So all the bubble wrap I used in here was used in here and in the bit in the center. Sadly, point plates are full. What radius is your inner loop? Sorry, excuse me. My inner loop is 3rd radius. Oh, excuse me. Love to get 3rd radius on all my curves. Yeah. After describing a way of making the hills, makes me think now throw out my Celotex. See, whenever I first people using Celotex, I thought that's a great idea. That looks a really good idea. It's light. It'll be easy to carve. But then I done it on an old layout, and it took ages because you had to stack it and then you had to carve it. And although it's soft and it's foam, it's not that easy to carve. And when you're carving a big shape, whereas that, well, you'll see it on the video. You just plonk down the material, whatever it is, newspaper, bubble wrap, whatever, and then you get your masking tape, which anybody's not familiar with what masking tape is. It's just this paper type tape, and you just put a couple of layers over it just to hold it in place, because if you use Celotex, you still got to put plaster bandage over it to give you a smooth surface, or Sculptamold. So that just has 2 layers of plaster bandage over it. You go over it once, let it dry, and go over it again. And then instead of using Sculptamold, I use the plaster wash, which basically I just get some diluted plaster, so it's like a milky consistent, and paint it on. And usually it takes 2 coats. That covers any little joins in the plaster cloth that you haven't smoothed in, and any holes in the plaster cloth, and it's done. And the plaster is just like a box of polyfiller you can get from like the pound stores, so it doesn't actually cost that much. The most expensive part of it is the plaster bandage, which I bought a big box off eBay. It was 80 meters of 15 centimeter wide, slab of that, and it cost 38 sterling, I think it was, and that was with the postage. Now previously I bought the same stuff about 2 years ago, and it was only 30 quid then, so it's gone up 8 quid in a few years. But I have probably used 80 meters, a box of that, because I had half a box before, and I've more or less done, so all this plus what I've done on the center, which you haven't seen yet, has taken about 80 meters of 15 centimeter wide bandage, and that's doing a double layer. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye now. All right, let's have a swig of Dr. Pepper. Where are we? I thought you had GP out for the moment, just Mark 3 coaches it seems. I believe they are actually Mark 4 coaches, because I had them out when I was building the tunnel, because they're the longest coaches I have, to make sure if they go through the tunnels, then everything else should go through. Oh, there's the Facebook page for the club. Do give that a like, please, and a follow. Aaron, Mark's hillsides are a brilliant way to build, and wish I thought of it. Yeah, it's simple and quick. Finish the central. Sorry, pushed the wrong button. Yeah, we're having that with the censorship on YouTube, because Raymond put Rizzofi Bog Boy, but he meant Big Boy, and he corrected that to Big Boy. But of course, YouTube censors didn't like that. And then Brian tried to show it, but deleted it by mistake. So that's where your message went, Raymond. Sorry about that. Hi Adam, yes sir. Oh, I've done it again. Right, I suppose, seeing they've all derailed, I can take this carriage off and just have a look at the wheels and see, and check the back-to-backs, I suppose. Although I think these have just got the plastic wheels on them, so. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, I put metal wheels on this, so let's check the back-to-backs on them. And we'll get that going again. Oh, didn't put that back on the track properly, did I? Right, let's get that out of the way. It's all right, I do know what I'm doing. There we go. Right, let's check the back-to-back. I will get back to the chat in a second. Yeah, the back-to-back is a little bit tight. So, you got your back-to-back gauge, you got your wheel set, and you just don't ram it in, but just gently persuade it. Like, that is a bit tight. I might actually have to take those wheels out to do it. So that could have been why it was derailing. The back-to-back is a little bit, it's actually a good mill out. Yeah, I'm going to have to take those wheels out to do that. Oh. Oh, it's shorted out. But you can see there, where are we? Got the wheels. Just push them in. Oh, they won't go all the way in because there's a inner insulating bit in there. They won't fit in, but you can see they now fit in. Let's put it back in the coach. And then I will sort out the short. Just check the back ones. Oh, for some reason I got mismatching wheel sets on this, which probably isn't helping things either. Right, let's put that on. Put that back where I keep it, so I know where it is. Right, let's see how that goes. Right, back to the chat before it derails again. Where was I? Yes, Arnville. Hi Adam. Yes sir, trying to keep busy. Models, model railway and 10-pin bowling, plus garden later on for veg growing and lots of YouTube watching. Glad I've now early self-retired, so No time to work. Third and fourth radius and higher if the space is available. Yeah, use the biggest radius you can. Oh. You know what? Oh, I think it is actually the loco now that is derailing. Or is the carriage derailing causing the loco to derail? So let's let that go around by itself and see what it does. Notice the carriages. Oh, I'm not going to say it, so no, because that will just jinx me. Is that derailed already? No, it's looking good. Let's check it as we go over this joint, which is causing the issue. Oh yes, the back wheel is hopping off. So it's actually probably the loco that is causing the issue. Because when it goes around here, it re-rails. All right, we'll keep an eye on that for a minute. Neil, Enwin's Models does a live at 8 p.m. every other Tuesday. His next one is on the 3rd of March. Oh, someone get the link and put that up. Right, my big boys are River Rossi. They limit them to Hornby Track. Apparently Brian does like a big boy. Okay, Brian. J-cloth and PVA is even cheaper. Is it? Like by the time you buy PVA and stuff, and it's messier and stickier? That's quite a few broken arms and legs worth of work, yeah. So Bernie used to use timber, and I think Alan, Buckland Junction, he uses it as well. Surprise, surprise, Irishman got plastered. Simon Kohler's hopefully being a guest on his next live. Oh, very good. Some poor basket is walking around in agony with a floppy broken arm. Ivo, it's the older locos with big flanges that cause problems on my layout. Yeah, there's Alan saying, yeah, it's the same for me, PVA and J-cloths. Everyone saying hello to everyone. Well, 156 Andrew has popped in. How are you doing, Andrew? Hope you're keeping well. Most modern track isn't that tolerant for high flanges. No, that's why I stick to code 100. That's a little bit more tolerant because obviously I got some older stock with bigger flanges. Years ago I used crumpled up newspaper and paper mache. Yeah, paper mache used to be the way of doing it at one time. I know when I first started doing model railways, that was it. The old wallpaper paste and crumpled up newspaper. 4223, hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button, share the stream, subscribe if you're new here. Got any questions, pop them in the chat. And Brian's put in 2007, so I am currently 6 minutes behind the chat. So I'm going to start zooming through the chat. So if I miss your question or anything, pop it back in again. Digger Evans is in the house. Good evening, Digger. How are you doing? Digger's watching while working on scenery. Very good. And as Flymer says, indeed, hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe and share the stream and channel if you can, folks. Delft Junction just bought a fully working 35. I think I'll wait for 15 brilliant condition. Very good. Anyone like to take a guess to see how many laps the class 41 will do before it derails? Well, it seems to be derailing on this joint here, which is the baseboard joint. But when it goes around here and it goes through the point, it re-rails. So I'm leaving it for the minute. So that was obviously what was happening. It was derailing and pulling the carriage off. GRRFY, good evening, welcome to the stream. Oh, it's getting a bit chilly here. What did I miss? Second. Oh, you had a bar cut, did you, Clive? Is that due to weather related, or is there somebody working on the... Sorry, that was just someone messaging me. Mark gave away 6 Locust Club. That's okay, Timber. They'll all run backwards. So you're now betting on my trains. Rather than just feel like I'm being negative about it, I actually bought some TT. Oh! Mark, sort Clive out. I find its pros and cons, but maybe not for me, as it's more to do with the track in TT 120. Oh, Pete's giving it the thumbs up. Sawdust scatter material as well. Yeah, I remember having to colour my own sawdust. We used to have a picture framing factory in Donegal. It's long closed. In fact, it's now been demolished and turned into a Tesco's. And I used to go around there and get bags of the really fine sawdust. And I used to buy green paint. I think I still got the tin of it here somewhere. And mix that in with the sawdust. So I'd have green sawdust to use to scatter. PVA and J-cloth is paper mache plus way better and stronger. Yeah. I saw that on Instagram since Stoom Stitching Netherlands has recommended to me. If need to remove track from foam, it just popped out like a mold. Oh. Timber Surf. I used paper mache base with pink plaster on top when I was a teenager on my first layout, 6x4 layout. When we came to take it out of the shed, 2 people couldn't lift it. It was so heavy. Spell check does not like Dutch. Worthing Motor Power has been bouncing here for the last 3 days, weather related, 60-70 mile winds, I think. Oh. Stanover Motor Railway, good evening, Mark, Captain Static. How are you doing? For us, 15 minutes to food chat. Is that time already? GRFY, using Kato track that was so shoulders, I held it in place in the foam and track ended up ground level with small shoulders. Clive, I think I need to buy a UPS power backup. Well, we had that many power cuts here this year, which is unusual because for years we haven't had that many power cuts. But the weather that's been the past 18 months, we've had quite a few power cuts, and I was actually thinking of getting a generator because we ended up the storm at the beginning of the year where the power went out, and I wasn't really expecting the power to be out for that long. But it was out, I think it was over 3 days in the end, which means everything in our freezer got destroyed. Because I didn't think of starting to cook the food in the freezer, because all the power's out, it'd be out for a day maybe at the most, but it was out for 3 days. Raymond had a battery up for the TT train. Now every model train company makes sawdust scatter material. Yeah. I got given a big box of various coloured sawdust scatter. Now I don't use it anymore because what I find is it does tend to fade very quickly. So I gave it away to North Down Model Railway Club, because they have a youth section and they work with a lot of kids making layouts and stuff like that. So we'll use that, practice with that, and then so I give a good bit of that stuff away to them. It was some of it was weirdly weird colours as well. Hi John, hi. The antibiotics are kicking in a bit now for Sarah and she is feeling better. Well, Sarah, I hope you get better soon. Oh, is Anthony off? Take care, Anthony. Off to get Kai and say hello to him for me. I have a generator but not automatically wired into the main. Seriously think about getting one. Yeah, if I get a generator, I will get it wired in so I can switch it over to the generator. Flymer says with Clive, a UPS with solar panels. Monkey SA43, good evening. How are you doing? Hello from Bracknell in Berkshire, at home chilling out, building the Metcalfe low relief block of flats, listening to conversation. Your layout is starting to look good. Thank you. Yes, it's getting there. Made a good bit of progress on it, as you can see. Once I get the centre bit done, then I can do, so this sort of bit here will be sort of, well, it's never completed, but I'll get the greenery and static grass done on it, and then I can do the detailing of the grass. And then that'll be sort of this section done. I have a roadway to build here and put some houses in here. Yeah, and then it'll be sort of this side here, it'll be doing the engine shed here for the steam trains, the TMD up here, and then the station here. And then that's it. What do I do then? Clive saved several tubs of sawdust to use for the scenics. Looking forward to the next installment of landscaping around the viaduct. Well, the next one that's out is about making the tunnel, how I do the tunnel. As I say, the landscaping on this around here, of course I've got the water to do as well. So I'll probably do the water before I do any more landscaping, because then I can tie the landscaping into the water, because I'm not sure how deep I'm going to make it. But the deeper it is, the longer it takes to pour and cure. And also the more expensive it is, because the more stuff you have to buy. Tom says, power outage here seemed to last just long enough for me to get the generator and started not complaining. Also used to make foliage from carpet underlay. Oh. New has a Honda diesel for a generator. Puff Candy's in the house. Good evening. How are you doing? Leslie went into the model railway today for the first time in ages. Ran a few trains. Realised how good it runs after stepping away. What happened, Mark, with Ross? Was that Captain Static? Something happened with... Oh, Sarah Johnson 3389. Thank you, Mark. I'm feeling a bit better now. That's good, Sarah. Take care. Make sure Mark's looking after you. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Saying hello to Sarah. Oh, have I reached the bottom of the chat? I think I have. I think I've caught up with the chat. So now's your chance to put the questions in. I've reached the bottom of the chat. Oh, there's a message. Who's that coming from? Oh. Alan has sent a couple of pictures through, which I will show up here. I presume he wants me to show them. It's his office block. You can see that up there. You can see the interior on there. Oh. Wait for that to focus and the white to disappear. That's looking really good, Alan. Transport for Wales. I need to get back into the chat now. Oh, no, not now. Where are we? Hi, Madam Sarah Electrostatic. I need to type faster. Oh, Ironville, are you still warm? 23.5 degrees? Anyone who doesn't know, Aaron was out without heating for about 3 or 4 weeks. He got his boiler back, a new boiler installed a couple of weeks ago, so he's enjoying the warmth now. I always look after Sarah despite what others might say. Sarah, wink twice if that's true. Right, where are we up to? The other thing I've been researching as well during the week is obviously I'm going to do this in computer control, and I was in touch with, I was chatting to Nick from Rule 1 last night, asking him a few questions because he's a bit whiz on the old computer control. I know a lot of the theory, but I've never actually put it into practice. And I've been looking around. Obviously, Charlie Chadwick has gone down the Digitrax, which is mad expensive. So I'm not going to go into that. But was it Yamok? Yet another model railway company, which basically took over from DigiKeys because their stuff seems to be DigiKeys stuff, which went out of business in 23, I think. So that means getting a new controller, and then obviously the hardware for the sections. And one thing Nick told me, because I put in the DCC solenoid controllers, he said they don't always work that well. They put a lot of signal noise down the DCC bus, so that might actually mess with the computer control. So I'm probably going to have to change out all my points, which I think I counted, I've got 17 points. So that's going to be a little bit of, so I'm going to go for the ones Nick recommended, the MTB ones. They've got their own decoder in them. So I'll, obviously, they won't be all done at once. It'll be done as a gradual thing. And I'm not looking at getting any of the computer control stuff for another 2 or 3 months. I'm going to go down the route of iTrains because, as Charlie announced, was it last week or the week before, the one he used, the guys shutting the company and there's going to be no more support for it. So RGJ Trains, ask Mark what he's calling his mountains. RGJ Trains, you don't want to know, you mentioned it earlier. I think it should be called Lumpy Bits. Yes, I think it was going to be Mark's Lumpy Bits. Did you guys see Suanna's office block? Same as mine, but she made hers a GBRF office. Oh. Mark's challenge is to name his hills, though they can't be Grace's mountains. So, though Grace, it's not the same me leaning over stuff. Only a few people know that reference. And I wasn't on that live stream, I just heard about it. Where's your model? I'm planning to build some automation with JMRI this year. I've looked at JMRI. And yeah, it's something I could use, but I just liked iTrains, the way it worked. It just seemed a lot simpler because I work in IT, and the last thing I want to be doing is getting more involved with my hobby, having to do lines of code, and I don't even want to go down the Arduino route. Or I could go down the Merg route, but I don't want to get a bag of bits and have to solder it all together. So I'm taking the slightly easier route, shall we say. Mark, is new hardware in DigiKey chassis, right? DigiKeys went out of business. It went in 23, and this new company seems to be, because they're Dutch, aren't they? Yamok, I think. So, of course, I was looking to see where I could purchase them, and there's nowhere in Ireland that sells them. So I'm seeing if there's somewhere on the continent I can buy them, or the other place is going to be DCC Automation. Standard Model Railway. Basically, I placed an order of rails at Sheffield yesterday morning. It was still unfulfilled this morning. Called them, and they said it has been packed today. It's still unfulfilled now. Oh. Ray says, plaster cloth on parts I don't need to get to, otherwise I use foam for parts to make them removable to clean track. Everyone's asking what you ordered now. Oh, food chat, must be 8:30. Mark, there's a reason I call them fails of, right. Was it Puff Candy? Oh, good, Adam, apart from type 2 diabetes, jabbing all day long. Oh, that's not good. Lord says, yeah, that's not good, Mark. Normally it's the same day. Yet another model railway company, and that's it. Brian had cheese pickle and crackers. Delft Junction Pete's heading off. Okay, thanks for coming in, Pete. Calling it, guys. Thanks for the great live, Mark. You'll stay safe out there. Thanks for popping in, Pete. Timber Surfer, I plan to have a PC involved in the layout, but it will be automatic blocks using ABC. Everyone say bye to Pete. Mora King, we had Supermax. Woo! But what did everyone do at the weekend for Valentine's Day? Those that are not free and single. We actually went to, there's a ring fort outside of Letterkenny, between Letterkenny and Derry. We went up there for a walk around. It was bitterly cold. Had a little Irish picnic. We had our sandwich in the car. And then we went into Derry. We had a look around the range, picked up some parcels. And then we came on home, to be honest. We didn't stop in anywhere else, came on home. And then we had a couple of steaks for dinner. And that was it. Newton Row, I've been chasing TMC for 2 weeks for a refund on a loco. I cancelled loco a week. Wait for it. Oh, right. The shed lights. Me too, Tim. Not going down automated. We'll have ABC and enjoyment of pushing buttons and levers for more interaction. That's funny about Rails of Sheffield. I just bought 3 vintage DWR chocolate and cream coaches. They'll be arriving Saturday, prompt service. Andrew spent a day with my girlfriend in Millport. Very good. It has been bitterly cold everywhere, yeah. Brian was fixing electric cars. Very romantic, Brian. Arnville, just now finished my late dinner. Chicken, curry, chips, baked beans and red cabbage. Think may need to hold my house later on. All on my lonesome last Saturday. Even the train stayed away. Oh, Leslie. Worthing Model Railway just got an NC, I jumped off the screen, NC block detector to play with. Will be expensive for layout my size. May look into Arduino Control 2. Lots of options. I just had a number of quotes for replacement roofs, so to dinner night it was just a potato. Some roots had a Hawaiian pizza and watched a film. Never had a problem with them before, Clive, but I think that might raise my voice with them a bit if I get hold of them tomorrow. Yeah, I can't say I've ever had a problem with Rails. I've ordered a few things off them. And Simon was working on the 14th. And Scott had homemade chicken curry and rice tonight. And there's the link for the train set shop. I have a load of GWR coaches, much cheaper than Rails of Sheffield, as demonstrated here. And he had cottage pie. I had a burger for lunch, and then I didn't eat anything after that because it sort of sat in my stomach, and I was just like, I don't feel great. You know, when you eat something and it just seems to sit in your stomach, and you're just like, I shouldn't have had that. So I'll probably get something to eat. I was supposed to go to Lidl and do a bit of shopping earlier on, but I just didn't get round to it. And we haven't actually got much food in the house. So I think the little shop will have to be done tomorrow morning. Because the other thing, it's midterm here at the moment, so all the kids are off. So they're just grazing, and when they're off like that, you don't tend to cook dinners in the evening because they're just munching all day long. And what should we do for dinner? Oh, I'm not really hungry. Oh, I don't really want anything. Moneybrook Junction, even Mark, sorry to be late to the stream. Only just got in. So we'll be here quietly watching and eating our tea. You're very welcome, guys. Worthy Mother, I had a potato stuffed with turkey gravy and stuffing for dinner tonight. Anybody who's here, that's their first time on this stream, and wondering why are we talking about food as the Model Railway channel? For some reason, I forget who started it now. I think it might have been John and Holly. For some reason, at 8:30, we all start talking about food and what we've eaten for the day. Who knows? Sure, it's just a bit of crack. Well, there's a mix of butter chicken and lamb korma followed by sticky toffee pudding. Oh, very nice. Simon had beef with roast and boiled potatoes, carrots and Yorkshire pudding. Yep, every Thursday is different meat with the same things. Everyone's saying hello to Mark and Lisa. David Green 864. Hi everyone, just lurking as usual. Hi David, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And anybody who has just joined or is lurking in the background, don't forget to give the old thumbs up and share the stream if you can, or if you're new here, hit subscribe and you can watch my journey as I build my 00 gauge layout with a section of 009 in the middle. Sorry, I'm just moving these boxes that I pulled out a minute ago so I don't trip over them. Flo says, I know what you mean, Mark. As I get older, I find that happens more. It's just me, though. No, I think it is something when you get older. Your digestive system changes and you're just like, oh, that doesn't sit right. Aaron Vilmora, what did you have for dinner? Better than my tin curry, baked beans and cabbage. Finner says, there's the link to the train set shop. If you're buying on eBay, check with us first, like Mark and Lisa did. Simon, that was meant to be our secret. Mark, it's a buffet car stream. Raymond I had grilled chicken, mixed vegetables, pork and beans, rice aroni, and Stan Perrigo seltzer. Oh, that sounds very nice. Mark Stanover, we had lamb chops, veg and potatoes for dinner tonight. Sarah had nothing for dessert, but had cheese and crackers for mine. That's something I used to, when I was late teens, early 20s, I used to live off lamb chops. That was about the only thing I ate was just lamb chops. I used to go to, is it Farm Foods? Are they still around in the UK? Frozen place like Iceland, and they used to do these big bags of frozen lamb chops. I used to buy them, grill about 3 or 4 in the evening when I got back from college or work, wherever I was. We're all going to stand over for dinner next week. Maura, Aaron, I had a chicken burger. Oh yes, you went to Supermax, didn't you? Now, is that the fillet burger that they do, or just a normal chicken burger? And David says, on the subject of food, I had a meat feast pizza. Most live streams have a segment. The food chat is this live stream segment. True. Farm foods are still around. All right. Raymond also had a cheesecake. Oh, very nice. Yes, but we, because I say the kids were home, we went down to, there's a place called Proper Street Food. You know, it's just an excuse for having an expensive takeaway. And I just got a kid's burger meal because I wasn't feeling that hungry. Burger just sort of, Ironville, more chicken burger, and now soon time for me to, some hot monorail, cherry pie, and cold double cream. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm probably, I'm going to end up just going and having some Weetabix after the live stream. That's what I'll have, a Weetabix, and then watch a bit of TV and go to bed. We're on about having a day out tomorrow, but we'll see what the weather's like in the morning and see how everybody feels. But I know definitely tomorrow there will be a trip to Lidl to restock the shelves because the cupboard is bare. And if we don't go anywhere, hopefully I can get the 009 section, which is in the hallway, get it back in here, and then I can just finish off the bit around the edges to make sure it all marries up with the rest of this. And hopefully next week you'll see it in place. It'll probably just be painted brown, but hopefully it'll be in place and you can see it. Because I have a little bit, I think I'll probably have to do a little bit more on this side here and the same up that end, just so it matches in with the center section. Mark, you couldn't afford lamb chops now as a student. Way too expensive. Fillet burger. Yeah, lamb chops have always been expensive, and I don't understand why. Here in Donegal, there are loads of the things running around all over the place. They're all over the mountains and the hills. Every field you go by has got sheep in it. And it's lambing season now, and you can see how many lambs and everything are about. And yet, when you go into the shop to buy lamb, it's all New Zealand lamb. Where's ours going? But yeah, the bags of frozen lamb chops used to be quite cheap. But if you went in to the butcher's for fresh lamb chops, oh. Timber Surf, we use farm foods all the time. Much wider range of stuff, as well as frozen, all very cheap, yeah. Kieran, J94 is in the house. Good evening, Kieran. How are you doing? Hello to Kieran. Monkey 43, changing the subject of food. I hit the jackpot last week and got a Bachmann DCC ready thumper. I won't say the price as people won't believe me. Very cheap. It's great when you get a bargain like that. When you, it's you know, when you get something like I've got one or two bargains where I've picked up a nice diesel loco for like 30 quid. And you're like, with a chip in it. I was like, wow, I picked up when I was at a show in Worley a couple of years ago. And I think last year when I was at Worley, I picked up one in their sale. And it's great when you get something like that. Were they lamb or were they goat? Simon will be having lamb on Sunday. Where did the motorway? In US, lamb chops are crazy expensive, especially English or Icelandic. New Zealand lamb is dirt cheap though. A bit like venison, Mark. Deer are overrunning some places, but the cost of venison is scandalously high. I've seen there's a Scottish hiker. I don't know. He appeared on my. No, it wasn't a Scottish hiker. It was an Irish hiker who was in Scotland. And he was going through the forest there, and he was saying they're actually culling the deer because they're destroying the forest because there's no predators for the deer. So they're actually culling them and selling the burgers from them to try and stop the damage. But venison is nice. If you haven't had venison, anybody who comes to Donegal, there's the Castlebar, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do a lovely venison pie. You had to be careful when you're eating it though, in case there was buckshot in it. They didn't get all the little balls out of it. Knowing us, Mark, the lamb is probably going to New Zealand to then buy back. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Food Warehouse Iceland, bag of about 8 frozen chops is around £7. Is it really that price? Beef prices are through the roof here right now. Yeah, it seems like meat has got very expensive, unless you're buying chicken. Because that's one of the things I do when I'm cooking is, instead of buying chicken breasts or whatever, I'll buy a whole chicken. Because you can get a whole chicken for the price of 2 chicken breasts. Roast that and then use it in whatever I'm making, the curry, fajitas or whatever. Or just a roast chicken. Where are we? Kieran, Simon, sorry, I meant, was the thumper you bought £70? Tom Hughes, I recently picked up a nice US diesel for £30 with a sound chip in it, but I don't do DCC. Flymer saying, I remember my dad coping with diabetes, and it wasn't easy time for him. Fingertips like dartboards. Yeah. There's better ways for testing since then. I hope you can get things stabilized. Mark Stanley, remember, I've not had venison, but I have had kangaroo meat. I'm pretty sure I had kangaroo meat. I've had hare, venison, ostrich, and then of course duck, goose, chicken, beef, goat, lamb, rabbit. I'm trying to think of the other. I don't think I've had any other different meat. I even had one in my back garden last summer. But, oh, excuse me, venison is very nice and curry, if a tad expensive. Scotland saying Fife is over on the road here at the moment. Raymond says, don't order rare kangaroo. It tends to jump off the plate. We're in the monorail. Ostrich used to be popular here. I haven't seen it for a while. Summer scale. Kangaroo, emu, crocodile. Kangaroo is the nicest. I would have said had pork, beef, goat, ostrich, chicken and lamb. Rails are limited. Have you received my gin tea? Is that, oh, I've forgotten your name now. Eli. Let's get mutton, doesn't seem much. Alligator is also very good and inexpensive. Goat in Jordan, probably lamb there too. Kangaroo is very lean meat. We have done this before in previous lives. I've had crocodile soup, kiwi kebabs, baked hedgehog, ostrich burger, shark and red snapper. Sorry, I have to... I shouldn't really, but I'm going to crack open another Dr. Pepper. I don't really need to sleep tonight. Oh, that tastes really good. Yeah, it's still derailing, but when it comes around on the point puts it back on. Oh, I'm sorry, so you're gonna sit down a minute. Oh, actually, I can, instead of using my phone, I can use the chat on here. Where are we? Simon Monitoring, I'd rather not eat emu. They're full of voltage. There's a lot, 3 to 4 carriages. Anybody who doesn't get that EMU is electrical multiple unit. The price jumps around a bit too. Swordfish reminds me of a pork chop. Sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Add some potato, cheese and onion, chocolate. Goes together surprisingly well. I don't like the taste of chocolate and crisps. Some people like that. I don't like it. I presume that was the southern tato you had there, Tom. Because I know there's a big thing in this. There's 2 companies both called Tato. There's Northern Irish Tato and Southern Republic of Ireland Tato, and they don't. They're not the same company, and you're not allowed to sell Southern Tato in the north or Northern Tato in the south. Although I do like the Northern Tato smoky bacon. Worthing Motorola, gotta go, have to get back to work afternoon here. Okay, take care, thanks for popping in. Is the train set shop the unofficial sponsor? Does that make Dr. Pepper the official sponsor? Timber, didn't know you could buy ostrich in farm foods. Emu is a nasty tasting meat. Nice one, Ivo. Sounds good. I've only had goat. Yeah. Did you say chocolate and crisps? No, it was a chocolate bar that had bits of crisps in it. I think it was our Tato. Oh, did they do one as well? No, I don't like chocolate. Yeah, I don't like the taste of the combination of the 2. Nicest is slow cooked lamb, marinated in coke and red wine and cooked for at least 8 hours. You know what I love is a nice lamb shank. Wrap it in some tin foil, a little bit of rosemary on it, rub it in a little bit of oil, wrap it up and slow cook it in the oven for a good, depending on the size of the shank, but a good 4 or 5 hours, and then it just falls off that bone and it's gorgeous. But lamb is one of those things when you cook it, sometimes it smells absolutely disgusting when you cook it, but my God, it tastes good. There's a link for the Heritage Centre Facebook page. Make sure you give it a follow. Crisp crunched up in a chocolate bar. Yeah, that's what it was. I see some people in Germany eating Nutella fries. Ooh. Never knew that was a thing. I don't like chocolate orange. I don't mind a chocolate orange. Usually get one every Christmas. Have you tried the mint chocolate orange? So it's a mint chocolate. So it's a chocolate orange, but it's mint. They're actually quite nice. There's macaroon bars, but there's a lot of sugar involved there. Closest I've come to chocolate and potato. Lamb shank is a popular item, I get asked. We don't sell it in Asda. I've got lamb shanks in the Asda in Northern Ireland. But maybe it's a sort of thing because it's an Easter thing to eat lamb. So maybe it's a seasonal thing. I mean, I could not get my teeth into a crocodile. Cider is normally my official sponsor on a Saturday night. I remember when a failing restaurant on Kitchen Nightmares was selling prawns in chocolate sauce. Oh! Let's go. Minced lamb with rice in tomatoes, paprikas, and onions. Boiled for 2 hours in pomegranate juice. Kurdish style dolma. Oh. Anvil, make me a crock sandwich and make it snappy. Yes, I'm Eli. Yes, Eli. I have it here and I started fixing it, but I found part of the inside is broken. So I'm trying to find another Ginty to get a part off to fix it up. So I do have it here. I am working on it. I'm just seeing if I can get another part to fix it for you. So I know I've got one here somewhere. I just have to find it. We used to sell it. I just tell customers to go to the North Arnold tent. Asda and I do slow cooked jam shanks in a bag in a box. Andy, snap, snap. Oh dear. Yeah, so I've got a bit more work to do on this layout, as you can see. But I've made a good bit of progress on it since Christmas. Once I have the 009 back in now, because there's a tunnel on it as well as the hillside, I think it will, my vision is starting to come together. You could tune in next week and find I've scrapped the whole lot, because it's like, nope, just didn't work. Did someone say cider? I like Terry chocolate orange. No, it's not Terry's, it's mine. That's no problem, Eli. Hopefully I'll get it sorted for you, because I started fixing it when I took the top off. I don't know if you looked on the inside, but part of the wire where it had sort of, because the age of it and that, it had fused to one of the brushes, which then made the brush holder snap. So I do have another motor here somewhere. I just have to find it. So hopefully I can get that sorted for you and get it back to you. But if you want to, you or your mum message me on Facebook or whatever, send me your telephone number. I can drop you a text when it's done. Terry's orange dark is nice. Don't tap it, whack it. I love processed unhealthy foods. Healthy food tastes like poison. Yeah, that's the problem with processed foods, is they all do taste very good, but you shouldn't be eating them. But then at the same time, I could quite easily get a bit of roast beef or pork or lamb or whatever and just sit there cutting bits off it, just eating it. I mean, when I was younger, I was probably on the Atkins diet without realizing, because that's basically all I ate was just meat. I agree. Only tried dark chocolate orange for the first time on Sunday, after 8 chocolate. I've seen that American guy trying to eat a chocolate orange like an apple. And he don't break his teeth. Oh, Captain Static Soft's gone off to watch The Apprentice. Thanks for tuning in, Mark. You and Sarah snuggle down now and enjoy The Apprentice. Got a pack of 5 Terry cream eggs today. Terry's cream eggs? Candied ham. That is one thing, going to a couple of times I've been in the States, having like candied bacon and you have your chicken and waffles with like syrup on it. To me over here, that seems so wrong, but it is nice. This is making me hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Aaronville, I bought 9 pork loin pieces from Aldi, fairly cheap, so now I have to eat 1 pork loin, potatoes and veg for the next 9 days. Scampton Model Railway, good evening, welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Oh, and I released a new video on my channel a couple of days, just in case anyone is interested. Was that the one on ballasting, Mark? I'm sure somebody can find the link and put it up. Yes, Terry's cream eggs, you heard right. Oh. So what's everyone got planned for this weekend? What's it, 9 o'clock now, so we'll keep going for another 30 minutes. Well, I told you what my plans are with this, so hopefully I'll see how far I get. Because I need to make a video for next week, because I haven't done anything yet. Because basically I've been doing stuff that I've already done videos on, and I don't want to do a video on, yeah, here's me doing another bit of static grass. Here's me making another mountain, the same way I made it in the video I done 2 weeks ago. So I'd say the video is out on how I done the tunnel, which is a bit on how I done the hillside over there, but the tunnel, so slightly different. Yeah, so that's all I'll be working on this weekend, is hopefully finishing off the mountain in the center and tying it all in with the rest of the layout. And then the next thing to look at will probably wanting to do the water. Because I think if I do the water before I do any more scenery, and then I can tie all the scenery into the water. Because you don't want to pour the water into the scenery, because there's the chance the water may react as it's curing with the scenery. Whereas there's less chance of the scenery interacting with the water once it's cured. That makes sense. Oh, hang on, I missed the chat there. It's all been... yes, it was, Mark. Oh, there's the link to the video. Thanks, Flamo. He's put it up there for you, Mark. Andrew, football Saturday, feet up Sunday. You can get a chocolate orange bar. Yes, I believe you can. Oh, hang on, it's jumping around the place now. New locos arrived last few days, so need to program them and run them in. But I've got the house to reinstall. Got a few things to do. No, we just seem to only get Terry's orange. I have iTrain. I recommend it. I got it from DCC Train Automation. I got the middle of the road option. I find it really good. Thanks for that. I think that's what I'm going to be using. Just on that Scamperton Model Road with iTrain, obviously I've got this one layout here, but I want to use it to run another layout. Can you load like 2 layouts on it? Or does the license restrict you to having only 1 layout? If you know. Oh, I've got the chat jumping around. Sainsbury's 350 for 5. Mark, when you do the water pouring resin, it may find some leaks in the base. It will be interesting to see you do it on video. Yeah, I've done a water pour before, and it wasn't that it leaked out the bottom. It was the dam I built wasn't strong enough, and it started to leak out there, the dam at the edge. So yeah, it will, if there's any leaks, it will find it. That's why if you're doing a water pour, have something underneath. Pete, Hermitage Road has a new video out in progress of his layout. Very good. I'm sure someone will throw the link up for you, Pete. Tom Houston Rotherwell, if it's dry, I have 3 blown down trees to clear away. If wet, I've just finished emptying my attic, and I'll sort in junk for the tip or stuff for charity shop. Between the showers today, I was outside cleaning up where my logs were, tidying that up. Scott would hope to finish my static grass this weekend, just need the layering adhesive to turn up tomorrow. Joshua's heading off. Okay, Joshua, take care. Thanks for popping in. I think I paid 258. Yeah, it's not cheap. Flymo, they sound all right. I do like Terry's chocolate, where I'm less keen on Galaxy. I actually quite like Galaxy. The Galaxy Ripple's quite nice. Andrew's mum says hi to everyone, sending hugs tall. We say hi back and sending hugs back, Andrew. Yes, you can use it on multiple layouts depending on the version you get. You also use it on, you can also use it on multiple computers. That'll be handy because I'll want to install it on this, and I also got a laptop that I want to install it on. because obviously the laptop will be going if the layout goes out, but I will be controlling it from this when the layout's here. If that makes sense. I find Galaxy has a strange aftertaste. Shames you can't get Carmack anymore. Yeah, they stopped making that a couple of years ago, didn't they? That was, shall we say, an interesting bar. But I'd have to say my favourite bar is probably Whisper. That would be my favourite. Although Cadbury's chocolate isn't the same since Kraft took them over and closed down the factories in the UK, and they've changed the recipe now. It's not the same. Right, that's the other thing I'll have to look at is why is the 47 hopping off the track on that joint? I've got a feeling I might have to rip up a little bit of track and relay it because it just doesn't seem to be doing right. It's a shame they quit making Tab soda as well. Yeah, do you remember when they made clear Coke? It was Tab who done that, wasn't it? They made clear Coca-Cola. That was weird. It's only around, seemed to be around for a few months. I think that was back in the 80s. Summer Breeze Monroe, 6 subs off 100. That'll be our next milestone. Right, one of my mods put up Summer Breeze's channel there to see if we can get them that extra 6 subs. Used to love a Texan bar. No, it's not. A cocoa shortage doesn't help either. Yeah, there is a problem with the cocoa crop as well. Ironville, think we'll be building a 009 platform just for checking as I lay the track. How do you check it is correct distance from the 00 long Caledonian coaches, 009 long Caledonian coaches? Well, do you have one? And you can take the measurements. Hyperactive locomotive. Pepsi did the same thing with Crystal Pepsi, did they? There's a link to Summer Breeze's channel, so get over there, give John and Holly a subscribe and a like. Holly had a couple of relatives that worked for Cadbury, but they went off chocolate themselves. You know the Bailey's chocolates? They used to, I think I've told you this story before, they used to make them in Bristol. And of course I was living in Bristol. My mum came over to see me once. She bought me some Bailey's chocolates that she'd bought here in Donegal and bought over to me, thinking, a taste of home. I was like, look on the back to see where they're made. They're made down the road. Which I don't think that factory's actually even there anymore. I don't think they are made in Bristol anymore. Here in the States anyhow, that was long ago. Yeah, of course, chocolate between the States and the UK and Europe is completely different, because I've had chocolate when I went over there. And no offense to any Americans, but I thought it was horrible. Apparently, it was to do, I believe, during the war, where they changed the recipe and they started using dried milk powder instead of real milk or something like that, and it slightly changed the taste of the chocolate, and they sort of stuck with it ever since. Nothing wrong with down the road chocolates. Summer Breeze makes me. It is. I had chocolate when we were in the UK last year. It was different. Loved it. Yeah. Well, me, like, of course, a couple of times I've been in the States, it's been to go to Orlando to Disney and stuff, and going to the local Walmart and going down what they call the ethnic aisle and seeing like Irish and UK products there, and it was just like, oh, Cadbury's chocolate, this is an ethnic food over here. Get your Barry's tea bags and your Heinz baked beans. Irish Cadbury is much better. No, it's not the same as it used to be now, Ryan. Yeah, one of those culture shocks when you go away to America and you go into a Walmart and it's like, how big is this place? And you're walking around and it sells, like, you walk down one aisle and they're selling tires and exhausts and things, and then the next aisle you've got the sporting goods and those big old boom boom sticks. My girlfriend went to Orlando last year, or she loved it. Yeah, Orlando. Like, I would love to buy a holiday home in Orlando, and when I retire, and spend 6 months of the year over there. There's just so much to do, and the weather's so nice. Just really enjoyed it. Even Dr. Pepper tastes worse in the USA than Dr. Pepper in the UK. Dr. Pepper in the USA is more watery. Watch the food reviewer channel who did Tesco's versus Ralph's. I love Cadbury bars, a bit expensive though. Same with Lindt, yeah. Oh, she came back, Andrew. Sour Skittles. I had sour Skittles when I was in the US, and my God, they were sour. They made you felt your whole cheeks suck in when you took them. World Market is where I got to get the goodies I had when I was in the UK. Lindt is nice but expensive, yeah. Cadbury's chocolate here is powdered milk and less than 30% chocolate. Here, chocolate in Europe, it is not chocolate as it's below the standard, yeah. And this green and black's 80% cocoa chocolate. My mum's favourite chocolate is Thornton chocolate. You still get Thorntons, they still make that. Yeah, it's funny how things taste different. But I remember the first time we went to the States, we couldn't find any food that agreed with us. And we ended up eating a lot of McDonald's because it tasted more or less the same as it did over here. It's just, find everything in America to be even really sweet. Even a normal loaf of bread was really, really sweet. But I tell you what I did love, I found cinnamon bread over there. Oh, I couldn't get enough of that. And got these things called honey buns. They came out of a vending machine somewhere, but I couldn't get enough of them. They were really sweet and sticky, really loved them. Basically anything that's bad for me, I like. Okay, Eli, take care. Sugar and corn syrup is everything there. Simon Trains Motor Railway. Want to give you a heads up on this Sunday's video. Please don't take me telling you off personally, as it's done as a laugh, but quoting a movie with a twist on a few words. Put the honey bun in the microwave for 5 seconds and it's so warm and sticky. Green and black, I think Sainsbury makes do some, but not sure of the flavours of them. Yeah. I can take better abuse than that. Right, this is stalling on the... Of course, this is the point that I have to fix the frog on. So if the wheels are getting a bit dirty on that, now it's been running around for almost 2 hours. I'll just give the rails a bit of a clean. also help if I actually cleaned the right rail. Oh yeah, as I say, for some reason on the frogs, these are electro frog points, and you seem to get a build up of dirt, because I looked at that, I thought it was an insel frog one, it was that dirty. There we go, see if that's any better going around now, probably won't be. Nope, still stuttering on there. I'll give the wheels a clean when I'm finished. Right, where are we? Adam, yes, it was one of my favourite. Used to have the lint bunny at Easter. Curve Junction, there's Scott Wood's channel. Make sure you go over, give it a like. Actually, I think I am subscribed, but I will just check. No, I'm not Scott. Oops. I am now. I'm sure I was. Did I get kicked off? Everybody's on a row, too sticky. Oh, sickly. Willie's chocolate is great, but costs too much to get it here from the UK. Do give Scott a look too, if you folks have time, and you sub appreciated. Scott's layout is really good, definitely worth watching and subbing if you haven't already. Oh, Craig, that's awful chocolate. Oh, we're getting into the nitty-gritty of chocolate here. Scott says, thanks Flymo, once the static grass is finished there should be a new video uploaded. So everyone click on that link Flymo put up, go over to Scott's channel, give him a sub, watch a video, give him a thumbs up. I have another swig of Dr. Pepper. I don't think there's been anything controversial in the news recently. There's been no new releases or announcements on the model railway scene, is there? Backman a couple of weeks ago and Hornby before that. I don't think there's anything else coming up, is there? Oh, Ross is heading off. Okay, take care, Ross. Catch you again. The cheapest chocolate bars at certain stores. Yes, they do taste waxy. Yeah, I would agree with you there. Nestle's Dairy Crunch was always a favourite. Acura Scale tomorrow. Oh, will they make an announcement tomorrow? Nice one, sir. All the best. The Static Grass Marks video at Stan over Monteroy. Yes, he is known as Captain Static. We buy it and make our own chocolate bowls. Chocolate is all about the science and how to manipulate it. Hornby's West Riding coaches are in a minute. Ooh. And Ross is saying goodbye to everyone. Oxford Rail announcements are Wednesday next week, I think. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Yes, DCC, I was going to mention that. DCC Concepts has been sold to TMC, I think. Yeah. Craig Ironhorse has been made redundant because he was working for DCC Concepts. Now, I thought DCC Concepts was an Australian company. Now, have they sold the shop? Or have they sold DCC Concepts to TMC? Because my local model shop is a DCC Concepts supplier, and he was saying he can't get hold of, they keep telling him they're out of stock of decoders. So I'm wondering if that was something that was going on in the background. Yes, the Acura Scale announcement tomorrow. Hopefully more pannier tank engines. I don't buy much chocolate, but I like the little bars from Lidl. There's Dragon Junction, Lord Al's channel. Do check him out. I always love watching Alan's video because he always starts off and he's so friendly and funny at the beginning when he sat there staring at the camera. You know, he'll start laughing at something before I know I'm laughing. I have no idea what I'm laughing at, but I'm just laughing with Lord Al. And I love his layout. He's just a great YouTuber, and I've met him a good few times, and he's a genuinely nice guy as well. Simon, I see it's now called DCC Layouts. I did wonder if something was going on because DCC Concepts did share a stall with TNC at NEC. Model Railway, bit of a cop-out. DCC Concepts I thought was based in Seattle. Yeah, but they had a shop there and they were based there, but I was wondering, was the actual company, didn't they start in Australia by an Australian modeler? The owner of DC Concepts is a New Zealander who ran the business in Australia before relocating. Right, okay, so yeah, so it was, the company has relocated from Australia. Right, okay. DCC Concepts is not Australian. I didn't realise Iron Horse. Yeah, he put a post up about it because obviously he did make an announcement he was going for a surgery, and then he was suddenly told he was being made redundant, so he cancelled the surgery because he didn't want to be recuperating while trying to look for a job. Yeah, so it's a bit. I saw that DC Concepts were based in Seattle. I saw the new name on other night, yeah. I'd love to have a real German Black Forest cake. I used to make it Black Forest gatos. I saw his post on Facebook, Tim, it was taken down though. Oh, it was taken down, was it? Steel Bridge Models, an interesting channel about German railway history. Yeah, so I hope Craig gets sorted out soon. Because he does some decent stuff on his model railway and his channel. He's very good at weathering, and he started making things. I think he's got a laser cutter, and he started making a few bits and pieces. Why was it taken out? Maybe it was a bit controversial, and he didn't want to prejudice himself from other jobs or whatever. Because you know, when you go job hunting now, the first thing they do is they look at your social media. Latest favourite is Royster's T-bone steak crisps. Yes, they're nice. The other crisps I like are, I forget the make of them, but I only ever see them like in B&M or Pound Stretcher or places like that. And they do a couple of different flavours, but I like the smoky bacon flavour. I do like smoky bacon. I've seen some of the models Craig Iron Horse will be making nicer. Yeah, Craig's starting to make 3D printed items, which you can buy at Sawyer's Models. Will admit his retaining walls do look nice. Yes. Macabre Studios, Michael, good evening. Welcome to stream. Thumbs up. I hope everyone's given the thumbs up and subscribed if you're new here. Sorry, I'm being a bit lazy sitting over on the chair, but I've been stood up for the last hour and a half. So, well, we're into the last few minutes. So what I'll do is I'll take the camera, the roving camera, and I'll do a little walk around the layout for anybody who's new here and is wondering what's going on with this layout. So, in fact, what I'll do is I'll make the bottom corner big. No, wrong camera. No, hang on, that's the wrong button. There we go. And we'll take that and put that there. There we go. So big screen's going to move about a bit now. So this is my model railway. It is 10 foot by 6, made up of 5 2x6 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one that goes in the middle there, which is currently under construction. It's going to be 009. So starting at this end here, we're going to have a small TMD with a fueling station here, which then comes into this three-way point, so we can get to the rest of the railway. This is where the station area is going to be. There's another three-way point down here, which goes through the double slip. And this will be an engine shed, so a steam sort of era. We've got 2 loops, 3rd radius and 4th radius. And I'd say the centre bit will have a 009, all the scenery blended into that. This is going to have a little sort of village street scene here. And then we go down here. So there's going to be, on the scenery up here, there's going to be a little lake or river stream coming down. It's going to come down here, go under this railway, and down to a water feature here under the viaduct. And then over here we have a hill with a tunnel, which is obviously going to carry on to the scenery. I might actually take you out if no one's in the hallway, and I will show you the 009, the work that's going on that. So bear with me a second, guys. I need to put some lights on. Oh, there's the sofa. Oh, didn't mean to slam that. Got some lights. So here is the 009. So we got a tunnel. So this is obviously matching up to the tunnel on the 00. And then we can have a little station here, passing loop, and it just loops around. You can see where we're spraying the tunnel mouth there. And of course this is where the lake's going to be, in this depression here, and it's going to run down here under the railway here and down onto the next level. That's it. Now, unfortunately, when I made this and I happened to look over it, and I was thinking, that looks like a dead body under a sheet. So anyway, I'll take you back into the train room. Oh, well, my phone is probably won't last the end of the stream. We've got a few minutes left. It might last until the end of the stream. I'll put it back over here. And put that back down to 4 screens. I finally left the train room. Hang on, let me go back on the chat now. We go. Aaronville, I like the DCC concept stuff, such as the Cobalt S levers to change points, so realistic. Hope they can keep it all going, whatever they do. I'm saying hello to Michael. Even as cobble station platforms, yeah. I like DCC Concepts Power Base, works well. I did a short video on it a few weeks ago. I could go there. I've been lurking and cleaning out closets, but now I'm out of the closet. Oh wait, what did I say? Michael, you do you. A lot of folks like the servo motors. I understand why TMC are having a 50% sell, is to generate, liquidize some cash for a big purchase. Okay, Mark, and everyone, need to get this video final walkthrough. Okay, Leslie, take care. Catch you again. We finally left the train room. DCC Concepts and intelligent circuit breakers work extremely well. TMC have more sales than DFS. Is the sofa there in case you fall down the stairs for a soft landing? I see a mummy, a touchy syndicate. It does look like a bodywork. It's also nice to see the sofa if you spend 500 or more. There it is. Yeah, it's right beside the door now. The old man of 5 Dead Body Mountain Express. Right, I'll take care. Oh, Martin Keefe, I didn't know you were there, hiding in the background. Hi, Martin, how you doing? I'm a plastered classic. Sarcophagus layout. Right, well, there we are. It is 9:30, so I'm going to call it a day there. Video out tomorrow on how I built the mountain over there. That'll be out about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Then don't forget, we've got Anthony, Model Train Outsider, live tomorrow night from 8 o'clock. Then we have RDJ Trains on Saturday at 8 o'clock. Andy, Hot Dog Pilot Andy, he will be 1 o'clock on Sunday, I presume, Andy. And of course Jenny, Monday. And then, I don't know who we have Tuesday. I know Ivo does, no, not Ivo, Hi, from H&H Express does a video, I think, once a month on Tuesdays. Yeah, so I'll see you all back here next Thursday. Say video out tomorrow. As always, it's been a pleasure, guys. I enjoy these at night, so take care, everyone. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out, and subscribe if you're new here and all that YouTube jazz. But thanks, guys. I'm going to wander over here and I'm going to hit the end stream button and I'm going to say goodnight. Take care, everyone, and I will see you somewhere out in the streams, or I'll see you next Thursday. Take care, everyone. Bye.